Hello my nasties. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another color in chat video. Today we are of course going to be coloring in my book Deco Dolls, and she has a backing sheet today. She did not forget the backing sheet, and I've already selected a page. I had a couple of different pages in mind actually that I wanted to play with, but I think we are going to go ahead and go for, this is the one that I wanted to do. I either wanted to go with this one or with this one, and I think, see, initially I had picked this one, and now I kind of want to do this one, so we're just gonna go with this one. Colors have been selected as well. I chose the colors first, and then I picked the pages that I wanted to color. I'm in the mood to do a mauve-y type of situation today. However, I don't really have mauve markers. Let me adjust the camera. Did I just break this damn thing? Oh, and I think we're okay. I don't really have mauve markers, but I did my best to pull a few different dusty reds and grayish purples. So that is what we are going to play with today, also in the interest of continuing to whittle down my marker stash. So let's do a little testy test, shall we? Let's test some of these supplies out. Let's see. Probably should have done this beforehand, but you know, sometimes I test on camera, sometimes I don't. But all in all, we are going to go for a dusty, reddish, purpley, mauve-y color palette. I like this gray. Whatever gray that was that I tested before, that was for a previous page. That was already there. But I kind of like that. So, oh, see, this is a nice color palette right here. Now, I don't know what gray that is. I did pull out a couple of grays, though, that I could potentially play with. So, oh, this is a really nice color palette. Is that the same one? Is that the same one? No, it's darker. Okay, well, that's dying, but let's see here. You can see what I was going for, right? Yeah, this right here is perfect. Let's see, I pulled out a couple of these warm grays as well. Those are very similar. Now I'm wondering what gray that was, because that one's really, you know what, that's probably maybe in my gOoOooo set. The gOoOooo pastel markers, where are they? Where are you guys? Where is that set of markers? One second, I'm gonna go hunt for it. Okay, so let's see here. It's definitely a warm gray. I just wouldn't know which one. Let's see. There's this warm gray right here. I don't even know if it's an gOoOooo marker. That's kind of close-ish. And then there is, let's see. No, maybe it wasn't. Or maybe I'm just out of it. Maybe I just don't have that marker anymore. But you know what? These are close enough. It's fine. I'm not going to spend a million years trying to hunt down that marker. So that is our color palette for today. And I already think, I was going to say I already know, but you know what happens when I say I already know? Inevitably, plans change. But I feel as though with this color palette today, iced black coffee, by the way. That is what I will be slurping on today. I have a couple of gel pens in mind. I have a couple of gel pens in mind that I would like to play with. We're definitely going with the silver today. And I have it's one of the Sparkle Pops, but I have it in the barrel that I like, because you guys know I'm always preaching about how much I think American aesthetics are, well, I'll say it this way, how much I think European aesthetics are better than American. I just think they're superior. I know, oh, Karla, you're so pretentious. No, I just like what I like, okay? These are the pen barrels for the Sparkle Pops, and around the world, everywhere else, they are known as the dual metallic pens, and this is the barrel. I just think it's so sleek and chic and gorgeous as opposed to this big honkin' clunker here that we have in America. But anyway, so I have the, is it black with red glitter? I think that's what it is. Black with red glitter. And then I also have this one that I never pull out. It's the, I think these are called the shadow. There's a silver shadow and a gold shadow. And these are the jelly rolls. And it's like a maroon that has a gold, well, shadow. It has a gold kind of outline. So those are interesting. We don't play with those too often here. And I like those colors. So let's get to it. Now, as for the background today, it will shock you to know because typically, oh, is this it? This is one of my favorite pages ever, guys. It's one of the most simple pages, but I think this may have been that gray that I was playing with. Look how pretty she is. You don't need a lot of color to make something beautiful. I love her. Love, 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 love. Okay, so what I was saying is today, surprise, surprise, I don't think I'm going to go with a pink or a yellow background, which tend to be my favorite. I gravitate to pink and yellow a lot in backgrounds, but well, you know, we might go with the pink actually. See, I'm already speaking too soon here, but I like this color. Is this technically pink? Yes, it's called fruit pink. So today I wasn't particular about which markers I chose today, not that I ever really am, but I have a mix of Cali Art markers, I have Prismacolor markers, I have, it looks like a crappy Chalky Crown. Chalky Crown is some nothing brand that was sent to me in PR. And then I have gOoOoos. So I have a little of everything. I love the gOoOoos. I love the Prismacolors. And the Cali Arts, I gotta tell you guys, Cali Arts are the first budget marker that I ever purchased, and I love them. I think they're so good, and they're still going strong. This one, okay, a bad example, but I've had this set for many years and I've used it a lot. But I would say that the gOoOoos are beautiful, the gOoOoos are amazing, they're affordable and all that. But now that I've had my set of gOoOoos for quite a while now, I've had the Cali Arts longer, years more actually, than I had the gOoOoos, and I used them more frequently, and I have to say that I think they last longer. I don't know if the reservoir is filled with more ink or what, but I swear to you my set of Cali Art markers has more longevity than the gOoOoos. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there that years later my Cali Arts are still kicking, and I feel as though I kill off the gOoOoos faster. I'm just saying. Buy whatever you'd like, and remember that the gOoOoos do have refills, but not for every pen. So I still recommend the Cali Arts to people if you are looking for a budget set to begin with. This one, I feel as though it could be rejuiced. There's still plenty of pigment left, so I think it's just the vehicle, which is the alcohol, that has been depleted. So I think we're going to try to give that one a little bit of a rejuice. And I'm going to pull out, I want to do a little blendy blend action in the background. So let's do, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to do a little of this here. She's cute. I like this girl. She's got a little bit of a, she's got some sass. She has a little bit of je ne sais quoi. I don't know. She just seems kind of, she's got a little bit of an attitude. She's kind of, I don't know. She's sassy, but she's kind of like just a fabulous malcontent, right? Oh, these colors look almost identical. So this was a moot point pulling this one out. So I'll tell you what, let's grab another pink. Let's see, what is this tea rose all about? Okay, so this is more of a peachy pink. Let's see. See, I can tell myself that I'm going to plan a page roughly, and yet we go off course all the time. And you know what? That's fine. That's how we play the game over here. Yeah, okay, I can do that. Let's grab, I want to do like a peachy pink, perhaps. My gOoOooo pastels have been getting a workout in recent weeks, and I'm okay with that. I like the set of markers. It's a good blend of colors, and I always tell you guys that it is virtually impossible to create an ugly combo with these. Not exactly the look that I had in mind, but I'm not mad at it. I'll go ahead and bring it down here. So I added a bit more gray action in the background, some corally, pastel-y pinks, and I like the pink and gray situations going on here. And I'm going to be rude and eat on camera. I have, you know what my obsession is? And it's a weird obsession because it comes and it goes. It like comes back every couple of years, and then I forget how much I love these cookies, and then I just forget about them, and then I stop. I've told you guys a million times, I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but there are certain basic things that I like. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to sweets. I love plain vanilla anything. I love vanilla candles, and I love vanilla cake with nothing else, just the cake. Vanilla cake, vanilla ice cream with nothing else, just basic. Cheesecake, basic ass cheesecake with nothing else, okay? Plain cheesecake. The airplane cookies, the Biscoff cookies, I fell in love with these because of being on airplanes, right? And then when I found out a few years ago that they were beginning to be relatively widely available in the US, oh my God, you guys, I went absolutely crazy. And they're the Lotus Biscoff. Oh my gosh, they're so good. They're so good. They're so good. They're a whole lot of nothing, but they're delicious. It's because I love molasses, right? I love molasses. And, oh my God, just the saltiness, the molasses. Cornbread and molasses is one of my favorite things ever. Oh my God, you Southern people with your cornbread and your molasses. Oh, stop. Stop it. Stop it right now. Warm cornbread right out the oven with molasses drizzle on top. Oh, stop. Stop it. Okay. I just did one of two things here, potentially both. Grossed people out for eating on camera, and also irritated people because now they want a cookie. I just put the last of it in my mouth. It will disappear in a minute. Okay, on with the coloring. Okay, so now that we did the background, oh. We did not do all the background. There's still a little section here. Just a teeny little bit. That's why I don't eat at my desk. I usually don't. When it's time to eat, I have strict rules about eating. I don't eat while I'm working, so I will turn off my lights, get away from my desk, and go to my table to eat. Food on the desk, never a good idea. But now it's time to start playing with the darker colors. So this red here is going to, let's see, I want this red to play a prominent role in the outfit. See, initially I thought that I was going to cop out and do the black glaze, because I do want to play with the black glaze on this one. But now I'm wondering if we should not play the cop-out card and not do the glaze. Here's the thing. In coloring, there are certain techniques and certain colors and certain materials that you can use that will always guarantee you a good result. In my case, I think the black glaze is an incredible pen. I love sparkly black anything, glossy black anything. Look at my rings, right? I wear a lot of onyx rings because I just love glossy black. My jewelry, I often wear vintage jet glass bead jewelry. Sequins, black sequins, like you get it, right? And I could slap that on this and I can give her the most beautiful PVC latex outfit, right? The cat suit she can do, it would look great. And it'll look great, and it will, and there's no arguing that. Or I can try something different. So I think today we will try something different. Maybe I'll use the black glaze. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We'll use the black glaze on her headpiece and on her boots, but her actual body, her outfit, we're going to play with this red. So just, would I have preferred to use the black glaze? Yes, but is that an easy way out? Yes, of course. Would I have been guaranteed to like the black glaze? Yes, but will I have more fun playing with something else? Also yes. So even if you're afraid of ruining a page, you all, I tell you this time and time again, it's a coloring book. You have at least 25 pages to play with. If you decide that you don't like a color palette on one of them, oh well, try a different color palette on another page. I will forever combat the idea that a coloring book is supposed to be a repository for masterpieces. I've also said this a million times. Feel free to use anyone else's coloring books as your repository for masterpieces if you so insist, but I think doing so negates the whole idea of a coloring book, right? A coloring book is supposed to be a place to experiment, to have fun, to just do, you know, as I say, practice, do whatever the hell you wantism. And I like that my books provide that option for people. Whether or not they take it is up to them, but I highly encourage people to just experiment like crazy. Just have fun. Okay, let's pull this up into the headpiece a bit. This almost looks a bit brown. I like this. It's a brick red. It's called flagstone red, so it is definitely a stony, earthy kind of a red. And I like it. I like it. These damn Prismacolors that just refuse to die. I've had this set, you all, for at least a decade. It's crazy. Seriously. Like junior high? Damn. I've had these markers forever. Okay. Let's see here. Well, good on you, Prismacolor. Okay. The purples. Let's see, what do those purples look like again? This beautiful purple. They're all pretty. Let's see. Let's do the dusty, this like deep dusky purple. What is that going to look like? Using dark colors can be a bit tricky, but but this doesn't seem to dry all that dark. What if we... Oh, I love this purple. I'm a warm purple girl. Think eggplant purple as opposed to a blue purple. You are definitely dying. Well, aren't we all? I mean, technically, considering my status as a night creature, I'm already there, but for the sake of being relatable to my human audience, we'll just say we're all dying. Okay. This bright, beautiful purple, it's just so pretty. I just need an excuse to use it, to be honest. Her outfit, let's see here, because the thing is there's not a whole lot going on this page, right? It's a very simple page, and I'm going to keep it that way, so she says now. And let's see, I think I want to be obnoxious with the jewels, and I want to keep those a bright color. Let's play with that and see what happens. Let's go ahead and do the gemstones in this obnoxious bright pink shade. See, you would think that none of these colors would work well together, right? But it's all in how you blend and place the colors. Because I think overall it's probably a little bit too early to tell whether or not this is going to be a truly successful page, and I just screwed up. See what I did? I added some of that purple instead of the pink on accident, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I was trying to reach for the pink, but that'll actually be a more interesting effect. See that happy little accident? Probably can't see it too well on camera, but it actually provided some depth to the gemstones, which I quite like. So happy accident for the win, yay. Okay, and there's another little jewel here. I think we'll do the same color for the pearls as well, or whatever these beads are. Yeah, that's gonna take a little while, and that's okay. So we'll just we'll have some fun with the little pearly bits. So what has everyone been up to lately? What are you doing at the moment while you're listening to this and or watching this? Are you coloring? Are you drawing? Or my personal favorite, cleaning and organizing your life? I don't know why I laugh. Maybe it's because it's that knowing that I need to, as always, clean my place. I tell you all, the life of an artist is forever messy. Messy's not the right word. Well, it can be in certain aspects, but my art table, I try to leave my messes on my art table only, but let me just tell you all, being someone who is obsessed with fashion, the disaster that occurs when I'm putting outfits together is unreal. So many accessories, so many clothing items, shoes, tops, skirts, even pre-planning outfits. I have to pre-plan the outfit and then clean the aftermath up afterward. It is a nightmare. I'm not just a grab and go type of girl. I can't just reach into a drawer and grab a t-shirt and shorts. No, it has to be a whole situation. It's the under things, which are the least important, but under things. Then is it going to be shorts and a skirt? Is it going to be a bralette? Is it going to be a crop top bralette? Is it going to be a crop top or a bralette? Is it going to be a blouse with buttons, sleeves or no sleeves, skirt or a dress? Is it going to be a jacket or a coat? Is it going to be a what do you call those, shackets, you know, it's a whole, the accessories, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, rings. It's, what eyelashes am I gonna put on? Oh, I love being high maintenance, make no mistake, but yikes. That's all I'll say. So I have to clean my bedroom because it's covered in clothing. There are clothing items strewn about because I was dressed up to go out last night, and it is early afternoon the next day, and I still have yet to hang everything back up because I'm very fastidious when it comes to my closet. Things are organized in a certain way. Ugh, God. Anyway, enough of that. Can anyone else relate? Do I have any other high maintenance females or males, or I don't know, whatever you call yourself out there? Full on head to toe experience, right? Let me know, because we are of the same. All right, we are of the same alien breed. Okay. What else? I want to play with the glaze pen. I feel like the glaze pen is going to start bringing things together because I want to do a part of her headpiece as well as her boots. So let's go ahead and do that. And it looks as though my phone battery is actually getting pretty close to dying. So I am going to work a bit on this off camera. I wasn't expecting to go off camera so quickly, but I'm going to work a bit on this, and maybe I'll do the background off camera because that seems to be the most time consuming and boring to watch. What I'm going to do is a sparkle background, I think, just my sparkles that I do, you know, with the white gel pen. So I might do that off camera, and then I will reconvene with you a bit later. It is a new day. I have just returned from my walk, finishing up my iced tea, and then I have some hot tea on the stove. This is day number 2 of hot beverages being back in my life. It's a little weird because it's been warm in the day. It's been right around between like 85 and 95 this week. I know it's November and it's still damn near 100 degrees. Crazy. But the evenings are cooling off nicely, which means I can have warm beverages. Now I have to admit I prefer cold beverages, but it's the whole autumnal ritual of wearing sweaters at night and drinking warm beverages. We love it, right? I do. Okay. Let's continue on. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit of work on this one. Not a whole lot, but a bit. Did some sparkly bits and bobs in the background. I did a little bit more background work, and the colors on this one are a little bit funky, so I can't just grab something, you know, and say, hey, this is gonna work. I'm trying to think about this one just a little bit. By the way, if you hear my kettle over there, does that mean my water's already hot? I just turned it on. That's not possible. Well, we'll give it a couple minutes, but that's what you hear in the background. That's my tea kettle, coffee water pot thing. What do you call those things? Coffee pots. Warming up. We're getting a little bubbly over there. So what I would like to do is put some pink on the face. Let's go with a light pink, and then we can shade with a darker pink. Well, this is more of a peachy color. Let's see here. I want to have this one done today. I may not do all of it on camera, but I do want it done today so I can start editing it and putting it up. Or rather, I can start editing it and then have it put up for next week. I kind of went a little overboard recently with the posting. I posted 3 videos in 1 week. I did 2 color-in chats, a sketchy Saturday, and then I posted a vlog shortly thereafter. So it was about, you know, a week and a half that I posted 1, 2, 4 videos. And some people seem to like it, but the vast majority didn't. I don't know if it's a YouTube algorithm thing or if it's just a YouTube thing in general. But the more videos I post, the more frequently I post, the less views they get. And that, I mean, that could be for a myriad of reasons, right? It could just be because there's so many videos, people don't have time, you know, to watch every single video as I release it, which I totally understand. But part of it, I think, is that YouTube is also not showing people my videos in their feed. So people don't even know, you know, if they want to come back to one of my videos later, they might see, oh, Karla uploaded today, but I have time to watch it in a few days, so I'll come back to it. But YouTube's not even informing people of that. So that actually tells me that it's a good thing that I don't stress about posting videos. I've never posted on my channel. I've never forced myself to do anything, you know, oh, I have to force X number of videos per week. I've never done that, but I will admit that sometimes I do feel a little bit guilty when I let a week or two go by without posting anything. I do. I feel like, oh, you know, people are probably disappointed because they look to me maybe once a week for, you know, an hour's worth of entertainment or something. But now I can start feeling a little less guilty about it because people don't want that many videos anyway, and neither does YouTube. So at least not me, right? Because you know how YouTube is. It will promote the content that it wants, and I'm just not what YouTube wants. And that's cool. That's cool. I totally get it. And so that'll be one less thing for me to worry about. But that doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. Please don't take this as, oh, Karla's leaving. Da, da, da. No. Because I know that in recent weeks there have been a flurry of art YouTubers who have been leaving the platform, and they've been either pivoting their content or moving somewhere else altogether because they keep saying like, oh, the views aren't there. And I'm just like, this is my full-time job, and like I can't afford it anymore, and like blah blah blah. And that just goes to show you how many people really truly do this for nothing but sponsorships and money. And like I always tell you guys, the pendulum always swings, and it's always a matter of waiting. The people who really are passionate about something never give up on it. They will continue to put out content, to draw, to paint, to do whatever sort of creative pursuits that they are interested in. They will continue to do that regardless of whether or not it garners attention. So always keep your eye out for that, because there are people who do that. Very prominent YouTubers as well who just decide to up and leave. And then this is what pisses me off about it, because I have watched a couple of these videos, and this is another reason why I purposely stay away from watching other creatives or following them on the internet, because their attitude is just shitty. They will say things like, oh, you know, people can say they're not here for the views or the money, but it's just not true. It's just not true. And it's because it's their experience. You know, they became super popular for a couple of years, and then their popularity waned, and then they decided to leave. And yet they like to put us all into that category, which, and I can say this because if you can look at my channel history, I have been a small channel for years, and most people would not have stuck it out this long with my numbers, right? So I'm just some food for thought, just some food for thought. The popular ones tend to be the most fake. Not always, not always, not always, not always. That's certainly not always the case. That I will say. I just think it's gross how social media takes over people's lives when it comes to creativity. Oh, my channel's not getting views anymore, so I'm leaving. Bye. It's like, so you were creating for attention? Okay. Weird. Weird. Not cool. Okay, I think my tea's getting very angry. Hang on. Would you all care to see how I prepare my tea? Because, you know, your girl does the most. So here it is in my little Halloween cup. Well, there's little bats on it. You can't really see. Okay, but how cute is what are these little heat shields thingies? Look, it's a little bat. Precious. So I'm a 2 tea bag kind of girl, and this is a chai tea. So we've got 2 tea bags in there, which I don't remove. I enjoy overbrewed tea, whipped cream, and allspice and cinnamon. And you know what? I don't trust myself right now that I'm filming. So I am going to put one of these lids on here. They're these little travel cups. Okay. I'm being gross and a little bit lewd here off camera, but you can't see it. Licking the whipped cream a bit suggestively, but I mean, how else can you lick whipped cream, right? But I don't trust myself. So we're gonna squish all the business in there, and we'll sip it out of here. Kind of kills the mood a little bit, not being able to see my beautiful little mountain of whipped cream, but anyway, are we gonna color? Are we gonna color? Yeah, just, it's called setting the mood, y'all. I enjoy having fun, and I encourage you to do the same. Grab something to drink and just chill out, hang out with me. Here, we need to pull some purples into here, so into the background. So that is exactly what we're going to do. This page is pretty much almost done. I mean, we're going to play with these sparkle pops, of course. And then, yeah, I think we're going to call it a day. You know what I might do then, if that's the case, is I'm going to do a twofer this time. I'm going to pull out one of the sketchbooks. Let's see, I've got Aesthetica Synthetica, I've got the Macarons sketchbook, and then the we'll do that one, if maybe. I mean, you'll know by now whether or not I ended up grabbing it, but because this is a fairly simple page, we'll do a twofer, and maybe you will already know by looking at the thumbnail or the title. And if I do end up going for another book, it will be the Spooklettes Sketchbook. We'll go ahead and pull that one out because we've not pulled out any of the sketchbooks in a while, but I think Spooklettes Sketchbook definitely hasn't had any camera time in quite a while. So that's what we'll do, and it'll be fun. Now, as for her skin, should this be skin or should this be... Ooh, too hot. Whew, too hot, too hot, too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot. Too hot. Oh. Ow, my tongue is burning. Oh, god damn it. Girl. Too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot. You think I would have learned by now, right? Having been on this earth for no short of 300 years, but, I mean, idiocy. She wants her tea and she's impatient. I need like a little goblin sitting on my shoulder because this happens every year. It happens every year, guys. And you know when I do it all the time as well is when I go to a restaurant and eat pizza. I can't help myself with the hot cheese. I burn my mouth. And then when I go eat pho or pad thai, because I love pad thai and pho, and pad thai in particular, oh my gosh, always burning my mouth. I need a little goblin who just sits on my shoulders. And do you guys know that song? Well, you might, right? It's a very popular song. It was popular back in when was this song popular? In the mid 2000s? God knows, but it's some German industrial band. I'm going to say it the American way. Rammstein, whatever it is. That song, Du hast. I need a goblin sitting on my shoulder that just says too hot. Just like the singer from Rammstein. Oh my god. Okay. She's okay. She's gathered herself. Kind of. How many of you out there are singing Du hast now? Just change the words though to too hot. What would too hot be in German? I don't speak German, by the way, but what would it be? Zu heißt? Something like that? I don't know. just random shit I pick up over the years. I know a smattering. I don't know French, okay? Clearly I don't. But I've picked up a smattering of words and phrases over the years, and it's the same with German. I don't know why. Okay. Maybe it's because I used to listen to some German industrial in high school. That could be it. Okay. We need to play with the Sparkle Pops now, and she's gonna have, ooh, you know, we're gonna give her silver eyes. That will be pretty. Oh, are you dead? It wouldn't surprise me. And this stupid cow burned her tongue again. Oh, silly heifer. I mean, think about it. You got to give me a little bit of a break here. I live in the desert, and for literally 10 months out of the year, we don't know what hot stuff is. Hot beverages. What? Say what? What is that? What on earth? Oh my gosh, this ridiculous heifer is just jiggling cameras, burning her tongue yet again. You know what I need? I just noticed that my tripod, there's a crack in the little cradle here. Damn it, I'm telling you all. It's always something with me. Now I'm going to have to replace my tripod ring light thingy on which I film after just having spent a few $100s on a phone. Great, right? Burning of the tongue, breaking of the tripod thing. Like, honestly, can your girl just get a break once? Collectively, everyone, just send me good vibes, please, because, oh, damn it. I swear, ever since, and here's the thing, and I knew it too, and I've told you all this, that during the height of COVID, during the pandemic, it was kind of, I suppose that it was foreshadowing. Because during the pandemic, I have never felt, I mean, I was stressing out every day because I didn't want anybody that I know or that I'm close to or acquainted with, you know, I didn't want to get the news that somebody caught the COVID and, you know, died, which unfortunately did happen. I think every one of us was, you know, was not untouched by it in some way. But several people that I'm acquainted with in some capacity, you know, succumbed to the COVID. It was a thing. But for me personally, being forced to stay indoors away from people and going out in public to empty stores and empty streets, I was given an opportunity. I'm not discounting the horror that it was, okay, because of the disease, but mentally, I have never felt more at ease, more just able to relax. I could go outside without having to mentally prepare myself to engage with the public. I could walk up and down the street without having to be confronted by the public. You know, it was just one of those things. And again, it's not that I hate people. I just value my alone time, and it is always my preference to be alone. And so it was nice. It was nice to also not have to reject invitations, because I appreciate being invited places, right? Like, I appreciate it. And when I am invited, sometimes I do accept invitations and I go out. But 9 times out of 10, even though the people in my life are aware that, hey, Karla's a bit hermity, she's a bit antisocial, and she's probably going to say no, I know that they expect it and it doesn't bother them, but my continually saying, no, thank you, blah, 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 I do feel a little guilty. I do feel a little bad. I do. Excuse the beast who's barking. And for, you know, a solid 2 years, I didn't have to worry about chatting it up with cashiers at the grocery store. I didn't have to worry about chatting it up with neighbors who would just stop to be polite and have a chit chat on the street. Again, I'm not saying these people are horrible people for just having polite chit chat, but me personally, it's just not my thing. And so for 2 years, I was able to avoid all of that, and it was nice. But I feel as though the universe said, okay, for once in your life, I'm going to allow you a little bit of respite. I'm going to allow you to just have a smooth couple of years, right? And then as soon as it was over, it's interesting because everyone had a rough time for those 2 years, except for me. And now I feel as though the tide has turned. And now for the past couple of years, post the height of the, what are people calling it? The panini. Now, my life has not been especially smooth. And it has its moments of being okay. You know, it has its highlights for sure, but for the most part, it's not been smooth sailing. But again, there have been highlights. You know, I opened my store, Coconati. I started a new little project, White by Wax. I was recently, for the first time, published in a magazine, and it was an internationally renowned coloring magazine, right? It's Coloring Heaven. And it was great. It was great. So yeah, it's interesting now what's going on with me. So send me all of the positivity, please. The pendulum does always swing, so it's just a matter of, you know, just waiting it out and doing my best. Shout out to anyone out there who is in a similar circumstance. You know, just, you're not alone. I promise you. Okay, well, testament to these cups, because my God, that tea is not getting any cooler. Anyone is wondering, by the way, I purchased these at, I purchased these particular ones with the little bats and the gold moons and stars. I got those at TJ Maxx, but I know that they are available at all of the TJ Maxx-ish, you know, all the TJ Maxx adjacent stores, Marshalls and Home Goods and such. And they're just travel cups. They're like eco-friendly, disposable, paper and cardboard travel cups. I get myself a set every season, and they're cheap too. I got a dozen for like $3.50. Or $4, something like that. They were under $5, but yeah, they're just cute to have around. Well, I shouldn't say every season. I say I purchase them for myself during the seasons in which it is cooler. So October, November, December, January, fall and winter. And it just gives me that little extra, you know, gets me in the mood because they're just so cute. And just, since I no longer work at an office, it's been, years now. This is the kind of thing I would do. I'd buy myself some little cups and I would be all cute at my desk and just, you know. And that's just one of my little indulgences. Paper cups, right? My exciting life, that one of my indulgences is paper cups. But there's also a practical reason for it, because my clumsy butt, I need something with a lid. When there's whipped cream and heat involved and I'm working at a desk, yeah, I need a lid. Okay, I've been chatting a lot about nothing, which is fine, but it is slowing me down because, of course, chatting tends to slow down the work process. So what I'm going to do is work on this off camera, because now I like the idea of pulling out another book to work on. So I want to give you guys a twofer for this color and chat, and so it's going to be quite long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and then when next I see you, she's going to be complete, and we will hop into one of the sketchbooks. Our lovely pinky, mauvey, fetishy, art deco-y thing is now complete. Time to move on to the next one. I said we were going to do a page in the Spooklettes Sketchbook, and that is indeed what we are going to do. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this page. If you would like to stick around for the next one, great. I will see you in 2 seconds, and if not, cool. This is where I leave you. take a look down below. Everything you need to know will always be down below. But again, if you are continuing on, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is, these are going to be sisters, cousins, whatever. We are going to use the same colors and probably in a different configuration though. Let's do, for this one, let's focus more on the brighter colors. Yeah, so let's do, excuse me, apparently I have the yawnies and the burpees. So I'm going to pull out a couple different shades of pink. We're still going to be keeping the mauves and the grays, but I want to do a bit more pink. So let's go ahead and start with the hair. Oh my gosh, the yawnies today. Okay, so say goodbye to this one for now, and I might show both of them a little bit later side by side, but for now let's just move on, and we're gonna do, let's see what the difference is between, oh, those two are pretty much the same color. So let's just try to kill off this marker then, this Cali Art marker. It's time to go. So I'm just going to work as quickly as I can right now so that we can kill off this marker with this page. Now that's the beauty of not only all of my coloring books, but the sketchbook style coloring books in particular, is that I encourage you to work quickly and just use these as places for exploration and quick experimentation. You can complete one of these pages very quickly. I've shown in previous color and chats that have featured my sketchbooks that I complete pages very quickly. They are literally just dumps of color and supplies. If you are thinking about a color palette and you don't want to spend a lot of time on another page, or perhaps you are saving a particular page for a particular occasion and you say, hey, you know, for this particular page I want to practice a specific color palette, but I don't want to jump into the page until I know that's the color palette I want to use. You know, if you want to get precious with your pages and that's the mentality that you're in, just grab one of my sketchbook coloring books and play with that palette on a couple of pages. You don't have to feel restricted to staying in the lines or being perfect. It's not the point of the sketchbooks. My sketchbooks anyway, my actual sketchbooks in which I illustrate, I have completed pages in there, fully rendered pieces, and then I also have pieces that are just thoughts, right? Just nebulous ideas of potential projects or what have you. And I treat my sketchbooks as the name would suggest. I treat them as sketchbooks. I do not treat my sketchbooks as precious objects. You know, I know that there's that connotation that, oh, you know, I spent X amount of money on this beautiful hardbound book and now I have to create nothing but masterpieces in it. I just have never subscribed to that mode of thinking. I think you should do whatever the hell you want in whatever sketchbook you want, and you shouldn't worry about ruining the thing, when in reality, no matter how bad, just think of a sketchbook this way. A sketchbook is a mass-produced pile of paper. It is just a bunch of paper bound into a hardcover, okay? Big deal, big whoop-de-doo, and I'm referring to this style of sketchbook, the, you know, the traditional bound sketchbook. It's just a bunch of blank pages with a blank cover that has been mass-produced. Do you honestly think so little of your creativity, of your style, of your work, of yourself as a creative, that you think Your scribbles, no matter how terrible you perceive them to be, you think they are not worthy of being placed into a plain mass-produced book simply because it costs X amount of dollars? People subconsciously value themselves according to dollar signs, and that's just not okay. You guys, it is not okay. Don't do it. And that is what you are doing when you think of your sketchbooks in that manner. You think, if your sketchbook costs $15, $20, $25, right? Or more now. I'm sure they're closer to 30 these days. I've not purchased a sketchbook in over a year. I typically buy a new one every year, and it takes me a good solid year to get through one. And yeah, you're saying you're worth less than that? Really? 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 Work on that. Oh, dropping things. So this little marker is just, it's in there. It's not wanting to die, and that's cool because it's giving us a little bit of texture. You can see that I'm not worrying too much about blending today. You've noticed in my color and chats, when I do try to blend my alcohol markers, I work a little bit more, not carefully, but I'm a little bit more concerned about my technique so that it creates a better blend. But today I'm not worried about it. This is, again, one of my sketchbook coloring books, and it's supposed to be looser and quicker. She says, as it's taking me a little while to complete this page, but that's because I'm chit-chatting. If I wasn't talking to you, this would be done much quicker. But you know, I like to take my opportunities to give you little pep talks and, I mean, reality checks too from time to time. So this one here, this one's definitely dying, but this one can be reduced a couple times. I don't believe I've reduced this marker before. So it shall be reduced. See, I'm just being super loose with it. And let's pull in, or pull out rather, some of this neon pink. It's the beauty of light colors, is that you can layer and layer and layer and get really nice, interesting layered effects on the color. And let's do a little something like this. We'll do a slightly different treatment up here. And then let's grab, let's get messy. Let's get looser. Let's get messier. Let's grab this purple, deep purple. We'll do a little of that, and then we're going to grab this pink. I don't like that all that much, but we'll go with it. Yeah, not super feeling that, so let's go for another purple. Okay, liking that a little better. Adding some depth. I do quite like this purple shade, actually. And let's go for the neon pink. See, I'm not really thinking. Can you see? I'm just letting the colors do what they're gonna do. And I'm letting the texture of the dry marker just be a dry marker. Baby, if you want to be a dry marker, you can do your dry marker thing. I'm all about it. Now this one, we used this color prominently on the previous page, and you can tell because of the colors that were surrounding it, it certainly took on more of a reddish tone. Here it's looking, it still maintains a ruddy look to it, but it's looking more brown, yeah? And that's because of the colors that are surrounding it. So let's go ahead and try to warm this up a little bit more, make it a little bit more pink by, of course, adding some pinks to it. It still kind of looks like a muddy mess, but that's, I mean, it's fine. I don't want to pull out too many new colors. I wanted to just keep this in the same realm as the previous page. That'll work. Don't dispose of your dyeing markers at the first sign of them dyeing, you guys. Hang on to them and create interesting textures. It will give your pages a more creative, more artistic, painterly, illustrative sort of look. That's why I'm not always urgent when it comes to rejuicing my markers. I eventually do it, but I like to work with them as they are in their state of dyeing, because it gives me some fun effects sometimes. So there's that. And then her skin, is she gonna get pink or gray skin? Let's lay down some pink and gray, maybe? Well, this is definitely not pink. This is peach. Peachy peach. What color is this? It's called fruit pink. Whatever you say. I mean, I suppose so. I suppose that could be a fruity pink color. Yeah, okay. All right, I take it back. It is a fruity, pinky color. Okay, and then we're just gonna do, not even gonna be careful with the color lay down. It's just gonna go wherever it wants to go. So, there, just some loose color on the face. And her eyes, I'm really drawn to this purple color. And again, we'll keep it fairly loose. And then let's do pink shadow. And what color will her actual eyes be? Should we do one of each? A purple and a pink, perhaps a purple and a silver. Let's do a silver. Fun. And let's pull out our trusty black glaze. And with the black glaze, let's give her lipstick. And then I'm going to darken up her eye makeup just to make it all glossy. I want her to have glossy black makeup. Like so. Cute. And this little skull over here, what are we going to do about him? Is he going to be, it's not going to be a Ralph because we're playing with silver today. So, oh, we still need to color her little neck piece too. Let's do the neck piece. Screw it, we're just gonna go pink. I like this grungy look. This grungy look is how I work on my illustrations. So it's actually kind of wild that I don't do this in my coloring books more often. And maybe I should, to help some of you feel inspired into experimenting with different techniques. So yeah, keep an eye out. Future color and chat. We're going to get a little sloppy like this in a book that is not one of my sketchbooks. It will be one of my standard books. I think that will be a fun departure from what we typically do. I still haven't figured out what we're gonna do with the skull though. Should we just do it silver? Should we just silver it up? Maybe we'll just silver it up. I'm gonna lay down some gray though, and then we'll slap some silver on top of it. And I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera because these sketch pages, really and truly, I don't like to spend a lot of time on them. And I feel like, especially with these sketchbooks, I don't want to catch myself overthinking. And the more I talk, the more I'm going to overthink. So I'm going to stop talking and just finish it up and then show you the results. It defeats the purpose of having a sketchbook book if I'm over here overthinking, right? Okay, so I will catch up with you in a bit. And here she is, our pink and purple sparkly little spooklet. Let me grab her cousin, her sister, her best friend, or excuse me, her bestie. Ew. Matchy kind of, yeah. They are the same but different. Used very similar color palettes, and that's gonna do it for today. The sketchbook page was very quick. As soon as I shut my mouth, I finished it up within a couple of minutes. So there you go. Use this as inspiration to get a little crazier in one of my standard books. If you do not have one of the sketchbooks, or if you have a sketchbook, well, nudge nudge, wink wink, nudge nudge, elbow to the ribs. Get a little crazy in the sketchbooks. All right, just have a good time. Moral of the story, as is the case in most of my videos, just enjoy yourself. Don't overthink. Don't think too hard. Just have fun and make a mess. Thank you for watching this color and chat. Hopefully you enjoyed this twofer. Everything you need to know will always be down below. Links to my social media, to my Patreon, and of course to the books. Thank you once again. That is going to do it. How many times am I going to say we're done? But it's because I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. So, be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece, and I will see you nasties in the next one.